everyone, this is Sami Sampi. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to review Ready to Love Reunion episode 2. Let's get right into it, guys. So we're back where we left the group. Precious was basically fighting with Laverne about her not being part of the group of people that were trying to eliminate him. She explained that Carmen was the one that was calling people around to try to eliminate Laverne. Sabrina is explaining the same situation. She's saying that Precious gave her a call and that to let her know that Carmen was trying to eliminate people, and Carmen even gave her a call. Carmen is denying it.
I even had her in the shower. Wasn't me. She even caught me on camera.
But Sabrina is saying that, yeah, you gave me a call and you were basically telling me that some other people in the group were trying to form a block and that she was trying to get Laverne eliminated. And Sabrina was like, Laverne has always been in her bottom because she has no connection with him, not because she was just trying to get him eliminated. She just does not have a connection with him. So it makes sense for him to eliminate him. Then Carmen is being asked about the situation, but she's denying. She's denying that she's been calling people, that she has been trying to do what people are saying that she's trying to do, and being asked about it. And Ace is saying that Precious gave her a call and she felt was genuine, where she explained to her that Carmen was calling people and trying to eliminate Laverne, and that's what she told Laverne. At this point, we know that someone is lying, but we're not really sure who it is. A part of me feels like it's kind of like a lot of people saying that Carmen has been making calls. So my guess is that Carmen has probably been making calls. Is there more to the story? Maybe. But, I mean, that's like 3 people that are already saying the same thing. So, I don't know. Was Carmen playing games? Who knows? Tommy is saying that this is such a high school thing. Like, they all came for love. Why are they trying to eliminate other people? That's not the game. The game is not about being eliminated. The game is about finding true love and focusing on connections. It is what it is. Next scene, there's a focus on Demetrius. Tommy wants to go back and talk about the hot guy Demetrius. So we see a recap of Demetrius' journey during the show, and we see how all the ladies were frowning on him and talking about how handsome he is, his connection with Sabrina and the ending of it, and his potential connection with Tina. Then Tommy asking, how many suits do you have? He's like, I have over 200 suits. And he's like, can you compete with me? And I'm like, yeah, that would be a good competition, because Tommy dressed as well too. And yeah, it's true, Demetrius looks really good, he's well put together, looks really clean. Yeah, he's saying that from the beginning, his main connection has been with Sabrina. He made himself clear with all of his other connections that Sabrina is at the top. And then when asked Sabrina about how she felt about Demetrius, she felt like she has nothing bad to say about Demetrius. Things really just didn't work out. And she's really giving a lot of compliments to Demetrius. And then Tommy's like, so after the show, did you all try to maybe date without the pressure of the show? And Demetrius said that he reached out to Sabrina, but she wasn't really responsive. And she agrees that she has not been responsive because she does not believe that Demetrius is the guy for her. I really respect Sabrina because Demetrius is a very handsome, dapper man that look like he makes sense, but she's really trying to use her mind in how she wants to go about her dating life. And I have a lot of respect for her, because I probably would have gone for Demetrius and just closed my eyes to whatever show, submissive type woman his friends say he needed. I also like the fact that they were both very respectful toward each other during the process. Then Tommy asked Demetrius if Demetrius has been dating, and he's like, yeah, he has been dating. So I'm happy for Demetrius, and I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be hard for him to find someone. I heard on the grapevine that he's dating someone that kind of look like Sabrina. Is that really the truth? That's what I heard on the grapevine. I have no potent evidence to what I'm saying. That's just something that I heard in one of the Facebook group that I'm in. So let me know if you heard anything about Mr. Demetrius dating a young, beautiful lady looking like Sabrina. Leave me a comment. Next, Tommy decided to focus on Mr. Pio because he always delivers. He goes back on Pio journey in the process, and his different connection, his many connections. We see the part where Precious has been really defending Pio, the part where Pio and Precious were discussing. So when they're back at the reunion, Tom is telling Pio that he thought that his behavior towards Tina was a little rough, and Pio accept that he has not really acting, he has not acted well toward with the word Precious, and he apologized to Precious, and Precious accepted the apology. Then Tommy asked Pio about the famous scene where that Carmen put him on blast, and he's like, "Is there any truth to what Carmen said?" And then Pio said, "What really happened was that Carmen was talking, and Pio was not disagreeing, so he felt that because he didn't say no to whatever she said, she took it as I'm agreeing with her." But that was not the case. And Carmen is like,
No, 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 no. That is not what happened. You were in agreement with everything. You really said those words. You really said you were not liking Dakiya, that you don't think that you have a physical attraction to her. Those words were said. So
now we don't know who is telling the truth or not, but Pio is standing by what he said. And then Tommy asked Dakiya about what she thinks, and she thinks that Carmen is just jealous, and she wouldn't be surprised if she put those words in Pio's mouth. And I'm like, I understand Dakiya. What would Dakiya think that Carmen was telling the truth when both ladies obviously don't like each other? I understand why Dakiya feels the way that she feels. He's now telling Dakiya that it's so that she went on vacation. She was like, yeah, and I was not alone. Miss Dakiya is dating, and she's saying that it's funny how she had to go through this process when she already had someone at home that she could have been with from the beginning. And I was like, such is life. And then Tommy asked Mr. Pio if Pio has a lady, and he said, yeah, he has a diary lady that he's with and everything. So yeah, they're both dating, and I wish them good luck. Next scene is focused on Mrs. Tina, the elusive Tina. So they're recapping Tina's journey. They're showing Tina not making up to see Tommy, not making up to the cabin, coming in late, seeing her saying in front of the camera that dating many people is just difficult for her. She's not set for this type of thing, and this show is not good for her. So Tommy is asking her why basically she was acting the way that she was acting, and she's explaining that the process was really difficult for her. And then he asked her about a different connection. Tina insisted that what she did what was best for her. And a part of me think that, yeah, but you were being a little bit selfish because you started something, and the least you could have done is to let people know that you were not going to continue instead of just disappearing. That's all I have to say about that. And then she decided to put Pio on blast because Tommy asked Pio about how he felt about Tina leaving, and Pio said that he was okay with it and everything. And then Tina is like, that's not true. You've been trying to make me self-eliminate so that I can only date you. And Pio is like, that's not true. And she's like, that's true. And actually, people even told me that you didn't even join Ready to Love because you wanted to look for love, but you were trying to promote your books. And he was like, I'm not writing book. I'm a music producer. And I'm like, Pio. But I mean, I'm not blaming her. That's definitely some exposure. But I mean, we didn't really see you, in your line of work. Contrary to Eric, that at least cooked for everybody and kind of like promoted what he does, we didn't get an opportunity to see Pio do it. Or maybe he did, but he wasn't shown. Let me all know what you think in the comment. But yeah, they really got into it. And Tina was like calling him herself, putting Pio on blast. And I was like, Pio, I'm not really sure. This cast was, there had a lot going on in the background. That's all I'm going to say about that. And Tommy asked Tina if she thinks that she cheated the process at least, and Tina is like, no, she's a diamond. She didn't cheat anything. She just did what was best for her. And a part of me was like, girl, you could have at least give that to Tommy, especially after you ghosted him. That was the least you could do, is to give him an apology. But oh well, Tina seems to be the type of person that she's very stubborn, so it is what it is, y'all. Next, focused on Precious. We're showing Precious' clip and journey during the show. We see her being a social self, highly communicative, bubbly. I thought she was really nice during the show. I thought she was very entertaining. She was very open to the process. Maybe a little too open, but at least she was. And I think that she was good in general. So from the beginning, Precious is explaining that the main problem that she has with the cast, notably Demetrius, is that she feels that she never had a discussion with Demetrius, but that he painted that image of her that she is a party girl, when that is not who she is. Demetrius is saying that he said that because she said that she was very social. But a part of me is like, so because she said she's very social, it means that she likes to go out a lot. Maybe she just likes to meet people. Maybe she likes to go out, but not necessarily to party. So they're not getting eye to eye when it comes to that. And she's just trying to tell him, like, you painted an image of me that wasn't that. You and I went on one date, but we never talked on the phone. So I just don't understand how you feel that I am a party girl when I'm really not. And then she's trying to make a point, but then Demetrius is trying to say that he was not really saying that she was a party girl, but he was, he kind of made up something, and I just didn't agree with it. I feel like at this point, Demetrius, you could have been straight to the point and say, yes, I did say that, but maybe I was wrong, instead of trying to find excuses on what you meant, because you did say at some point that it seemed that she preferred the party, and I think you said it twice. So I just wish that you could give her that. He's not, and then he's trying to himself heard and try to like let her know that she's going a little far, and then she started cursing him. So it seems like the way he's doing is making her even more mad. And then he asked her like, "Did you smoke something? Are you mad?" And then she really exploded. I wish that Precious was not as mad. I'm going to be honest. I wish that she was not as mad as she is. I do understand that it's not nice when people are trying to portray you like a way that you're not, and you know you're not that way. But a part of me felt that sometimes when you're arguing with people and you're elevating your voice and you're doing certain things, people will sometimes automatically make you look like you're the one that's crazy or that you're the one that's wrong. And I really felt that that's what Demetrius was trying to do to you, and you fell in the trap. I understood you. I understood your point. Your point was that you're not a party girl, and that Demetrius, who in your opinion is the one that started that, had no excuses to say that. I really did understood Precious, but yeah, she got really mad, and then when he said that, she stand up. I thought she was gonna go and like maybe slap him, but no, she left. She was so angry, and we see her in the background with the other ladies, and they're trying to calm her down and tell her to stay. And she was like, I'm out. And then we see the car leaving. And I'm like, I wish that it ended up differently for Precious, because during the show, she was always so nice and joyful. And she was really like happy. So it made me sad for her that during the reunion, her anger was so much that she left. And then when it comes to Demetrius, I mean, obviously you're not listening to her. You were talking at her, and I think that you were kind of wrong. Let me all know what you think in the comment when it comes to the situation between Precious and Demetrius. Next scene, big focus on the beautiful Dakiya. As for the other cast member, we're seeing clips of Dakiya's journey. We see a connection with Clifton, where Clifton is telling her that he has a strong connection with her, even though she mentioned Joy. We see the budding connection that she has with Pio at the end of the show. We see her flirting with Wiley. We come back to the Iranian, and then Miss Joy mine, and she has like a big laugh, and you can really feel the tension between Joy and Dakiya. Then Dakiya is being asked about how she felt about the love triangle between her, Dakiya, and Clifton. And Dakiya is being, I feel, very honest. Dakiya is saying that she has a strong that she had a connection with Clifton. She knew that he had the strongest connection, but he and Clifton agreed that when Clifton made his decision, he would let her know. And she was disappointed whenever they were at the weekend to see that he made his decision, but he didn't let her know. That's what Dakiya is saying. Clifton is saying that when the truth or dare happened, he thought that it was so clear that he was into Joy, that it was not necessary for him to let her know, hey, I made my decision. Now, guys, editing plays a lot because the truth out there was shown to us kind of early during the season. It was probably episode 5 or episode 4, episode 5, 6. That was the truth out there. Whenever Clifton and Joy went on the weekend, Clifton still wasn't sure. He still wasn't 100% sure on if he wanted to be with Joy, if you remember. So for me, it's kind of hard to gauge the situation, because then the weekend happened way after, right? And in the between the weekend and the truth out there, Joy and Clifton, they would still Dakiya and Clifton, they would still go on date. Dakiya said that they were still talking. So were they just talking for the show? Were they being recorded? Or was it genuine interest and Clifton wasn't sure? I feel like there's a miscommunication between Dakiya and Clifton. What I wished that happened was that Clifton made it clear at some point that he chose Joy. I feel like he never really did it until the weekend getaway, where it was obvious, because at that point, I mean, he was sleeping in the same bed with Joy, they were in the jacuzzi, he didn't have time with Dakiya. So yeah, I kind of understand Dakiya, but Joy is like, no. From the beginning, everybody knew it's been Joy, it's been Clifton, we've been together, and Dakiya was portraying an idea that she had some type of chances with Clifton. Yeah, but we clearly see Clifton telling Dakiya that he has a strong connection with her. So unless they agreed that he was saying all those things for the camera, you cannot 100% blame Dakiya, right? It wasn't totally in her mind, right? At some point, Clifton may not have been sure if you were the one. Now he is 100% sure. I put myself in Joy's shoes. She's been knowing she liked the guy. Imagine you meet someone and from the beginning of the show you know he's the guy and you have to go through this process. I'm pretty sure it wasn't easy on her, and that's why she's basically putting that frustration on Dakiya. But I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit hard for me to watch, because a part of me is like, man, I understand why Joy is angry, but then the game is the game, and Dakiya didn't invent anything. Clifton said he had a strong connection with her. So if she took him seriously, it's not her fault. So yeah, I mean, I felt really bad for Dakiya, because once again, I felt that she was put on blast, and it wasn't necessarily her fault. We see that she is a little bit emotional and that she's crying. I felt like she was probably crying because she was pissed off. And being the classy lady that she is, she didn't give that same energy that Joy was giving. At the same time, I wish that Joy didn't go a little as hard as she went on Dakiya, because at the end of the day, the game was the game and she won. But I understand it's a man, and some women, they don't play. When your man is your man, they don't play. And she's been knowing from the beginning that Clifton was going to be her. So I'm also trying to put myself in her shoe. But at the same time, I kind of wish, for Dakiya's sake, that she was not as harsh as she was. Let me all know what you think in the comments. I want to know what you're thinking. Next, Wiley was put on the focus. We go back on his journey, and yeah, the thing that came back a lot was that Wiley was too young. All those ladies, they wanted some older men and all that. And a part of me was like, Wiley was probably way better and way more mature than a PO. I'm just saying, y'all were so focused on his age that you may have passed on someone that would actually be a great partner. Yes, Wiley is 32. To me, I'm 34, so to me, it's not that old. Besides, my husband is younger than me, so I felt like Wiley seemed like a really nice guy, and I wish that those ladies were a little bit more open-minded. I understand that they came with a goal in mind, But sometimes, if you get along with someone and you're talking to them, maybe that's what you need to focus on instead of focusing on numbers. I don't want to blame the ladies or anything. I just think that I wish that they gave him more of a chance, because a lot of those ladies ended up, living with nobody. So maybe it would have been a good idea to actually get to know him more. Let me know what you think in the comment. Then Wiley is telling us that he's been talking with that other lady in the group and that they've been going out, and the lady is smiling, she's happy, she's liking him. So good luck to them. I hope that continue dating and it's going to lead to something positive. But the way she's smiling, she is very satisfied with Mr. Wiley, okay? Next scene, big focus on the couple of the year, Mr. Clifton and Joy. We're going back on their journey together, and I mean, it's really beautiful. I love love. We look good together from the beginning. We could feel the connection, and honestly, I was rooting for them for the beginning too. So I'm very happy that they ended up together. And then Tommy is asking them what are the plans for them, and Joy is saying that she's going to take a break. She wants to be more with a man. Clifton is saying that he loves her so much. She is everything to him. She represents well her name because all she brings to him is joy. I thought that was beautiful. And he's saying that since they've been together, he's been going to Mexico every other weekend. He's really trying to make that long distance relationship work. I'm happy for them. I really am. They love each other. You can see it. They really like each other, and no forcing there. And Tommy asked them about a baby, and she said that she's hoping for them to have a baby by March. So I'm thinking March has passed. I don't think she's pregnant yet, but I do wish them pregnancy in the future if this is something that is in their hearts. At some point, Mr. Clifton is making his speech. He's saying how joy is everything to him, and then he goes on one knee, and everybody is looking. Tommy is like, and everybody is like, Then he opens it, and it is the key to his place. He's asking her to move in. And yeah, she accepted. She was still very happy. It was a very nice surprise, and this is where the show ends. Almost end, because Tommy asked like last word from everybody. Donovan, I mean, this couple with common, let's be real, nobody really cares. So he's trying to make a little speech and everything, whatever. Then Dakiya makes a speech. I thought that was very classy of her. And then Wiley makes another speech, and then it is the end. And that is it, y'all. I am done with Ready to Love Potomac. Let's just say that this was a journey. This is the second show that I started reviewing, and I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I finished my review until the end. I stand by my word, so clap for myself. And now that we're done with the review for this show, I invite you all to see all my other reviews. I'm currently reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'm also reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I will be reviewing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for those of you that are interested. And there's going to be a Love and Marriage DC, which I plan to review too. So if there's any of those shows that you're interested in, do not hesitate to come and watch whenever I'm going to start my review. And if there's any show you are interested in, I invite you to leave me a comment and let me know which show you would like me to review. On this note, if you're new here, hey, I invite you to. And for those of you that have been here with me, thank you all so much for your support, and I will see you all next week. Bye.